Hello. Welcome, gamers. It's another Wednesday, guys. Another Wednesday on the lake. All right, we got this thing up. We're out here. Freedom is the July 5th. It's now July 5th, guys. What the heck is this? I think a bunch of software updated. All right. Well, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Hamflow, Deffins, myself, Slime Molder, Matthias, Cole, Tag Barrel. Yeah. You guys know, it's Wednesday. It is really hot today. As usual, it's been temperature has been pretty hot recently. Especially it affects being in VR because VR fishing, I feel like it's the most pleasant in the winter. In the winter time it's not too humid. It's not that hot. You can put on the headset for a long time. It doesn't heat up too much. But in the summer it's kind of harder. Same thing for gaming, right? People that play PC games, sometimes they have issues with their computer overheating in the summer. That's probably gonna happen to some people. Thankfully, I don't play that many graphically intensive games, so it's not too much of a big deal, but it is a bit unpleasant. The difference between having your PC heat up and having your headset heat up is that you're wearing the headset. So if it's really hot, it's really unpleasant because it's literally on your face, and you can feel the heat a little bit. But right now, it's not that bad. I'm sure at some point though, it will become pretty bad. It'll be really, really hot. And maybe if there's ever a case where it's super unpleasant to be in VR, we could maybe try a different fishing game for temporarily until things cool down, right? There's other fishing games out there. Non-VR, liquid cooling headset. I did see a YouTube video one time of someone who installed liquid cooling stuff onto their Oculus Quest. I don't know if it worked very well. It was also not convenient to wear because it was connected to another thing and you had to be in the same place and you couldn't really move around that much. But that is a possibility. That could happen at some point. Did it look cyberpunk? No, it just looked like if you took a Quest 2 headset and you had a bunch of tubes sticking out of it and it goes into a water cooling unit. Just be at a real lake while VR fishing. I feel like that'd be more unpleasant, right? At least if you're indoors, you could turn on your AC or your fan or whatever. If you're physically for real on a lake, you're gonna have to there's gonna be real humidity. There's probably a lot of mosquitoes because in the summer it's humid, it's hot. Mosquitoes start showing up. Other types of bugs. And the sun reflecting off the water, that's gotta be really unpleasant. Have the cooling unit as a backpack. Actually, maybe that's what the guy did. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen the video. But it might be what he did. Are there ice fishing mods that proper winter fishing VR experience? I think there is another fishing game. It's Ultimate VR Fish, Ultimate Fishing or something. I tried it once before I got this game. I tried the other VR fishing game. I didn't think it was as intuitive. I think that one might have ice fishing. But the thing is, that game, it's a bit menu heavy, right? The way you design games for VR is pretty different from how you design games traditionally. And I think that game was sort of like, it was a regular flat screen game, and then they just added VR onto it. And so like a lot of times there's like, you know, when you're reeling stuff in, there's like a menu, there's like a power gauge, there's like stats on the screen. And it's like, you know, it kind of breaks your immersion. And also it was a bit unintuitive. You have to like actually press buttons on your controller, right? In this one, everything you do is via physical motion. So if you're reeling in, you just do this, do that. That game, it's like, I don't know, you have to press stuff. And that's weird. Can you be Wolfie in that one? Probably. I mean, the model in this game is not officially supported. It's just, there's a program called Live. You might see it on the floor right here, Live. They provide like a camera that you can put into the world, and it would be something like that. I think it probably has Live support, maybe, possibly. It's a shame. I can imagine standing on this lake must be neat. It might be neat. The VR fishing. Also, I forgot, last week our fishing rod got messed up. It started glitching out. I think closing and reopening the game fixed it. Also, welcome Nutritious. Yeah, no bear. No bear. I mean, maybe there's bears in the other games. But there are a lot of fishing games that could be played. I prefer, like, there's ones that focus on like realism and like realistic looking stuff. I think I prefer stuff like this. It's like, it's more cartoony, arcade based, not like trying to be too accurate, just fun, you know, just a chill time hanging out on the lake. You know, they don't even have real fish. These fish are based on real fish, but they're not actually named the same as real fish. Loch Ness Monster Hunter Wolfie Wen, or then I mean, we saw Loch Ness Monster. You've seen it at least 3 times. See, not in the winter unless you play some polar fishing game. Environments would be kind of samey. Oh, you mean, oh yeah, bear hibernation in the winter? It must be really unpleasant to be a bear, like, in the summer, right? Because they have all this, like, heavy fur, just walking around in the summer. Like, you think they spend a lot of time cooling down? Like, they go swim in the lakes and stuff like that? In the river? I guess they're always on the river catching salmon. But, like, being an animal in the summer with, like, all this fur, gotta be unpleasant. I don't think I would enjoy that. Or, like, you know, like, also, not even just, like, an animal in the summer, like, furry conventions, right? People, like, imagine, like, going to a convention and, like, wearing a huge suit like that. It must be, like, really hot. Same thing for, like, the mascots, right? At some conventions, they have, like, mascot costumes. Not even just furries, right? Just, like, mascot costumes in general. It must suck. It'd be, like, really, really hot in there. I think some of them have, like, cooling units built in, right? Maybe. Shave a bear. Do bears naturally, like, lose their fur? Like, how does that work? Because I know, like, sheep, right? Sheep, over time, I think they don't shed their wool because they've evolved so that humans are the ones that do it for them. Like, how do bears lose their hair? How does their hair not just grow infinitely? Because, like, humans, right? Humans, we get haircuts. But, like, that's not a natural thing, right? We've evolved to just not naturally have our hair fall out. I guess it does fall out, but not to the same extent. Let's see, if anything, not having eaten enough in the fall must be stressful. Oh yeah, hibernation. Bears not eating enough to hibernate. Animals have different heat regulation. When we wear suits, we cannot sweat, so we get really hot. That is true. How do bears regulate heat? Is it like dogs? They start panting. Assume they shed. It's nothing. You never really think about this stuff, or at least I don't. Bears. What's the deal with bears, huh? We could look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now, actually. I'm gonna freaking look it up. This is the day of the week where we can learn things, because I can Google stuff. And you guys can see it. Okay, Firefox. How do bears regulate body temperature? Probably by panting, right? Resting in the shade, stretching out on their bellies on the cool ground. Panting. Panting is there. How do bears regulate their body temperature? And what diseases do they get? I didn't ask that. I didn't ask about diseases. Temperature regulation. Bear's body temperature is similar to a human's. 98 and 99 degrees Fahrenheit typically. 36.7 Celsius for you guys. They don't have, okay, so they don't sweat. Panting like a dog. They do pant like dogs. Sitting or lying in a cold stream or the ocean. Bears are in the ocean. Sprawling on snow patches. Well, this is in the winter. Shaking off water when they emerge from a stream. They dissipate heat through their paws as well. They lose heat through areas with minimal fur, such as the face, ears, nose, belly, and the inside of the legs. Okay. So they just pant. Also, welcome Stanley. Most animals don't sweat. What animals do sweat? Okay, how do bears shed their fur? Grizzly bears grow a thick coat of golden fur to keep them warm in the winter. They shed the coat in the summer. That makes sense because it's really hot. Shedding winter coats. Bearstudy.org. You can trust this website. A Wildlife Research Institute for bears. All 5 bears with GPS units are out in the boonies, safe and foraging. What? Why is this text so big? It's because I'm zoomed in a lot? Well, I guess they do shed. Bears do shed. Some dogs have double coats. They're wearing coats. See, not sure if they all do, but there's images online. They look like most shedding animals. Not bears. Bears shedding their winter coat. They do an active. How do they have a 1-minute video of a bear shedding? You know, these people watching bears. Do you know that bears change their coat once a year in July and August? Yo, it's about that time. It's July. It's bear shedding season. Amelia? This bear's name is Amelia. I'm gonna assume it's not the same as like a snake shedding their fur. This is probably like a gradual thing. You don't imagine you just see like the bear's fur just on the ground. Just like a snake. Alright, well it doesn't really show them shedding. Let's see, sweating. Oops, oh frick, did my controller... Okay, hold on. Am I stuck in this mode where I can't exit this menu anymore? Every time I try to leave the menu, it just does the screenshot button. I don't know how to stop this from happening. Can I like... I don't know. Okay, well, I might be stuck in this mode. Sweating, one of the adaptations that has made humans among the best long-distance runners. Horses are also pretty good. Do horses sweat? You might have seen the documentary of one of the oldest hunting techniques. Just run at an animal until it dies from exhaustion. That's wild. Humans sure are built different, huh? Okay, how do I leave this menu? Oh, hold on. Oh, return to game. Okay, I think I figured out how to do it. You click on the game button, and then you click return to game. Okay, they thought of everything. They considered the possibility that someone's controller is broken. Always good to have multiple ways to exit a menu. Horses sweat, it looks pretty nasty. Maybe I don't want to know. Horses are pretty gross, right? You guys ever seen a horse up close? They're so huge. It's like, how are they so huge? Gross. Not a fan. I don't enjoy horses. Okay. Well, now we learned. We learned about bears. Frighteningly, but yeah, their teeth are also weird. They could literally just kick you and you could die like immediately. It's messed up. Anyway, it is really hot, so it's the first stream of the year where I'm wearing short sleeves and shorts instead of long sleeves and long pants. Because if I just wore my long pants, it'd be unpleasant. It'd be so warm. So I'd like them if I got to spend time with them. Most animals are kind of nice if you get to interact with them. I'm sure like individual horses are like fine. It's just like, I don't know. I would rather just not be near one. You can also never predict what they're gonna do, right? Like they are trained in a lot of cases. But like what's stopping, like if you just spook a horse, it can just start running or start kicking things. I don't know. You can't predict them. Predict them. The speciesist. Yeah, horses. Any horse fans in chat? Just don't spook them. But they could be. You don't know what could spook them, right? They could be spooked by anything, right? What if you're just out in nature and there's like a thunderstorm? Just like the thunder starts scaring them. Or like something falls over and there's like a loud sound. Only should be near the anime horse girls. I don't know if I would even want to be near an anime horse girl. Cause like that is unnatural. That should not be real, guys. Like what if you saw like an anime cat girl or whatever, horse girl in real life? You'd be like, what the heck? What happened to your human ears? How can she run so fast? Let's see, used to not care about cloven animals. Had recent experience with deer and pigs, they're all very nice. Cloven animals. Hooves? Is that the term for animals that have hooves? Cloven. Why cloven specifically? Do you judge animals based on their hooves, their presence or lack of hooves? It's wacky. I don't know. I haven't really been near too many animals. Like, not even pets, really. Like, you know, people have dogs and cats. I've had fish. You know, you can't really interact with fish in the same way as most animals. Right? They're just there. They're just there in a tank, a fish tank. Just living their life. You just watch them. You just stand there and you're watching them. It's not like a dog or a cat. You can't pet a fish. You think fish even understand being pet? Actually, I'm sure they do. They probably... I don't know if they would appreciate it. But I'm sure they'll react. It's just a bit unnatural though. Anyway. I do enjoy that it's raining in game. The technical term is ungulate. Ungulate. Hopefully you get that. I mean all animals that walk and their funky nail. Ungulate. That's such an unpleasant word. Ungulate. Yeah, what this animal is freaking ungulate. It sounds like an insult. It sounds like the word ugly. I've seen moray eels like getting petted. I've seen a few YouTube videos of someone who has like they have like a bunch of pet moray eels. They're just out there, just living their life. But yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of animals that like being petted. It's not really typically a thing that occurs in nature, right? Like, animals don't tend to pet other animals. I guess the closest thing would be like, if an animal is like itchy or something, it'll scratch itself against like a surface, like a rock or whatever. But like, animals don't pet other pets. I guess like cats, they do lick other cats. That's probably the closest. There's a cow pasture behind my house. I used to give them treats sometimes that you could pet them. Yeah, that's cool. How many cows is that? Hundreds? Dozens of cows? How big does a cow pasture need to be? See, I had a coworker that used to work at an aquarium. Can you go ask him if he petted his eels? Are eels like are they like deep water animals? Do they often like show up in the surface? Like do they show up in like rivers and stuff like that? Cause like it'd be pretty hard to pet an eel like if it was really really far down. You never know. Nature sure is wild. I feel like I've said that like a billion times. It's always been on like a fishing stream. A dozen cows, that's a good amount. Sometimes if there's like too many cows, it's too crowded. I've seen that one video, speaking of like petting animals, I saw there was one video on YouTube of like someone who set up like a spinning cow scratcher sort of thing. Like the cows could just walk up to it. It's kind of like if you go to a car wash, they have those things that spin around. I got recommended a video a long time ago. Someone just set up one of those things, and then the cows would just like go up and like brush themselves against it. It seemed nice. It wasn't so crowded. Yeah, it was a nice video. It probably has like 1 million views. Several millions of views. Eels live everywhere. But not on land. Not on land. Unless they do. What if they did live on land? What if they grew legs and they just walked on land? Wouldn't that be scary? It's like the original sea creatures that went on land, they grew legs. Classic history of animals. Okay, I failed to catch a fish that time. Also, welcome Zoe. Out here on the lake. Eels can travel small distances on land, travel between bodies of water. Wait, really? How do they... I guess I could just watch a video, right? How do they do that? How do they move on land? Do they like... I guess they could just slither like snakes, right? That would make the most sense. Because they're basically snakes, but in the water. Let's look up. Can eels move on land? They migrate hundreds or thousands of miles upstream until they find a home. During this journey, the eels are capable of moving over land and persisting for extended periods of time within dry or drying habitats. Interesting. How do eels move over land between bodies of water? Eels have been found on land. They can navigate. Although we don't know how. 2005, we don't know how. Their movement is quite like a snake, that's what I thought. They're basically snakes, but in the water. If octopi can move on land, I believe any animal can. Yeah, but like octopi, they have like tentacles that are like grippy, right? But like eels, they're like snakes. Puddles. Ooh, there's puddles. Okay, I see. In dry weather, puddles can form, which leaves the eels no choice but to move across land. They have very thick skin, which seems to cut down on their rate of water loss and stop them from drying out. I see, I see. They like to go at night because it's cooler and they don't lose as much water. That makes sense. That's smart. That is smart. Also, welcome X-Job. Yeah, we're learning. That's what we do sometimes. Sometimes we learn things, guys. They also have no bones. Eel? Really? Like, eel... I guess that is true. I've seen videos of, like, eel in, like, Japanese cuisine. Like, do they really... Do eel... have bones? Don't they have, like... They don't have bones, huh? No, they have one bone. If the late eel is deboned, there can still be many fine, tiny bones. No, it's kind of like the fish bones, right? They do have bones. Oh, the octopus. Okay, I misunderstood. Yes, eels do have bones. Octopi, yeah, octopi don't have bones. I was recommended a video once, recently, of like, it was like an octopus can fit through any hole, because like the only solid part of an octopus is like the beak, right? And so if the beak can fit through like a surface, like on a boat, there was like a thing where there was like a hole in a boat, and then it was really small. An octopus was like this big, and it could just go through it, because the beak can go through it. Some fish have wings and can fly. There are flying fish, that is true. And desktop background is flying fish with wings. What is the most famous flying fish? What is the best? The goated flying fish. Do they actually fly, or do they just like kind of glide? Because like sometimes when people say fly, they really mean glide, you know? Also, thank you ChocoJax for the 14 months. Thank you. We're out here fishing. It's Wednesday, we're talking about fish. Other such animals. Bears. We talked about bears. Talked about eel. Eel aren't technically fish, but they're similar. Have I seen a bear? Not today. I did watch a video though of a bear just walking around. You learned that bears they shed in the summer. Flying fish glide. That is what I expected. It's kind of different from just like flying, right? So when I think of flying, I think of like you flap your wings and you gain like verticality. But I guess there are many different ways to fly. I guess like planes, right? Planes, they don't flap their wings. And we still consider that to be flying. That's cool though. Birds that glide. Yeah, but like the birds that glide, I'm gonna assume they also flap their wings and fly. It's too advanced. Like a fish that can flap its wings and fly. What if it could do that? There's snakes that glide? What the? How do snakes like I don't even know. How do they... How would a snake glide? Just like launch itself? Like it's just like boom, and then it launches itself at high speed, goes off like a ramp. The bigger birds mostly glide. I think like a lot of birds that do like migrations and stuff like that, they fly like a really long distance, and I think most of the time they're just gliding. Occasionally they'll flap their wings. Flight is pretty impressive. You can use warm air to rise. Oh yeah. Just like air balloons. What is this? Chrysopia? Flying snake or gliding snake? Flying snakes are mostly venomous, though the venom is dangerous only to their small prey. Southeast Asia, southernmost China, India, and Sri Lanka. I see. It's known by its name, flying snake. Let's see. It leans forward to select the level of inclination it wishes to use to control its glide path. What the heck? Imagine you just like walked out one day, you saw like a snake flying. I'd be scared. Even seeing like a snake not flying is scary enough. You guys ever seen like a cockroach that flies? Oh, no, that's scary. See, prolonged flight isn't something fishes would want anyway, since they would dry out. What if they fly into a cloud, huh? What if there was an animal that lived in the clouds for moisture? And there could be like a fish up there. It could just be up there, just living from the moisture of the clouds. You can surf upwards in winds. You guys ever go surfing? Let's give you yeah, boa constrictors. No, that's scary. Also, welcome Shima Panic. They pretty much slither in the air with flattened bodies. It's a bit hard to imagine unless you see it. Okay, we'll look up. This is now a React stream. Streamer looks up videos of nature things. Flying snake. Flying snakes. The Amazing Paradise Flying Snake. 5 minutes and 30-second video. Gonna skip to the part where they fly. The most replayed part. It's gotta be the part where it flies. Okay, that's a gecko. That's not a that's not a snake. Show me the snake. This isn't a snake. Okay, there's the snake. That's a snake right there. Just gonna go forward. We're just gonna go forward. That's not a snake. This is not a snake. Show me the snake. Is this a snake? That's not a snake. Wait, I didn't mean to click this. That's not a snake. Did they lie to me? Find out how this snake hunts by flying through the air. That's not a snake. That's a gecko. Here's a snake. This is a snake. Okay, there it is. Holy frick. It just jumps. Wait, that's just a jump though. It's not flying. That's just falling in style. I guess it's like gliding, right? I don't know. It's just falling. It's just falling in style. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I expected more like gradual, kind of like a bird. But you know what? Okay, maybe it jumped. I guess it was flying for a moment. But they do, I guess they do like, they do like this sine wave motion to keep in the air for longer, right? That's kind of cool. It's math. Just mathematics, okay? Okay, because Venus's surface is 400 Celsius, but the atmosphere is 80 Celsius. Scientists suggest a theory for microbes that may live in Venus clouds. Oh, there could be fish in there. Sugar gliders. Are those the monkeys? Prevent as in they also break terminal velocity so that they don't die. That is also true. They are pretty high in the air. If a human jumped like this without any sort of protective material, we would die. No, I feel like there's too many jump cuts in this. It's hard to tell because it's like, you know, the camera isn't really focused. There's no sense of scale here. We don't know like how far above the ground it is. I'll look up better video of flying snake. Okay, we need a better video of this. National Geographic. Here we go, here we go. No, these videos don't... There's too many jump cuts. It's hard to tell what's going on. No, there needs to be better videos. There has to be. No? Okay, you know what? Maybe there's no videos. Maybe there's no videos that are good. The snake is too fast. I need like a long shot. Just like a really zoomed out shot that shows like the ground as well. Snakes are real. What about solid snake? What about liquid snake? I think he's real. Solid snake, definitely real. Nat Geo videos are staged and they make up stories about characters, but they take shots of completely different animals. It's not too surprising, I guess. They gotta like make people interested, right? They're like, we're gonna follow this specific animal. But actually it's like 7 different animals that all look kind of similar. There's an animal right there. What about gaseous snakes? That is probably a thing, right? Solidus snake. Liquid snake. Gaseous snake. Snake died on the tanker 2 years ago. I talked about how I don't really know Metal Gear Solid lore. It could be true. Mother's out protecting his cub, out of food. Yeah, those bears. Gotta follow the storyline. We're gonna follow the same the same bear for a whole year. Like sometimes they have like videos of them like they zoom in on like a bunch of penguins and then they're like, we're gonna follow the story of this one penguin and his child. But like there's so many penguins there. You expect me to think that you were able to track this specific penguin for this long? Also, I did nothing to catch this fish. You guys see that? I think the fish just gave up. As soon as it bit onto the hook, it just gave up. Come on, you should try. You should try. I'm gonna give you another shot. Get out of here. You can live your life, okay? Don't just give up. Just like me for real. just like Slime Molder for real. For eel, get it? Talking about eels earlier. 4 eels. Here, you know what? I might as well release all these fish. Oh no! Okay, it closed on its own by accident. I was gonna release them, I swear. It closed itself. The last we saw of Snake, his spirit was trapped in a sword, made Marvel quips as long as you paid Konami the DLC money. What? Was he in a fighting game? Is that a fighting game? Sword by accident. It was by accident. Look at the VOD, okay? I was pulling up the fish and I threw it and then this thing just closed, okay? I can't be blamed. It's the equipment. It did it by itself. It's not my fault. Also, welcome Lofki. I intended to show mercy, okay? That one fish that gave up, I was like, don't give up so easily. You can try. VOD mysteriously deleted? No. I would never do. I've never deleted a VOD. Do you think I've ever deleted a VOD? Every single VOD has been there for real. I've never even cropped out any moments in a VOD. Every single moment has been captured. Even the times when like I'll start a stream and have to restart my computer and it makes it into like a second VOD technically, I still save those. Those are actually still on YouTube. Like the 5 minutes of a waiting room before the stream restarts, I still export those. I just make them unlisted, and then like in the actual video of like the full VOD itself, in the description, I just put a link to like, you know, here's the VOD from before I restarted my computer. Cause like there's valuable information there. There's chat, you know, people are saying things in chat. You can't miss that. You have to include all the content for archival purposes. So one day, you know, like 10 years from now, tune into the VOD channel and you'll be like, man, there was this one time like 10 years ago when Wolfie streamed and he disconnected and the VOD didn't save and I said something really cool there. I wonder what it was. You could tune in, check the VOD, you could find out. You'd be like, whoa, I left such an insightful comment in pre-chat. It was saying some really, really cool stuff. I'm glad Wolfie decided to archive every single moment of every stream. That's why he's so cool. That's why he's the best streamer. That's what you're gonna think 10 years from now. Where's that emote? I can't even tell. Is that a fairy? Is that a fairy emote? What the heck? Fair E? What about fairs A through D, guys? Am I right? Oh, it's okay. It says hey. They do that sometimes in songs. Yeah, +2. Fair E. What about fairs F through Z, huh? What if I start doing that? Instead of saying the letters that come before the letter, what if I say, what about the letters that come after? Because no one ever talks about those, right? It's always, what about fairs A through D? Never, what about fairs F through Z, huh? That's the change we have to see in our world. What about the ones that are after? It's a different frame of reference. But anyway, besides that, nothing really else to update. No updates, no job updates. I think people are just coming back from their July 4th vacation, catching up on emails and all that. So nothing. I did get contacted for like on LinkedIn for like a job that seemed interesting. But then I think they don't have remote positions. And so it was like, hey, we have this job that has this thing. Are you interested? And I was like, that sounds cool. However, I'm only looking for remote positions. And they're like, oh, sorry, this one, it's like hybrid, you know, we're very strict on our hybrid work policy. But let me know if you ever change your mind. And I was like, I'll let you know. But I know that I'm not going to change my mind. That's not happening. And I would never want to go back to an office if I can avoid it. There are some jobs that list stuff like, although we're remote, we get together a few times a year just to like go on a vacation or whatever. And like I like at my previous company, they did that as well, but I got laid off before they did any sort of like yearly meetup or whatever. And like I really did not want to go to those. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise. I guess they probably don't force you to, but it's sort of like, hey, just we're all gonna get together in this one place for like a few days just to hang out. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in like talking to coworkers outside of work hours. I'm definitely not gonna like go like spend a few days and like take a flight somewhere. Right? That's too much. You guys ever do those? Those like off-site retreats, team bonding experiences, stuff like that. Every time I see like a job listing and it's like, we're remote, but we do this stuff. I'm just like, what if I don't want that though? What if there's an expectation that I'm someone that should care about this kind of stuff? Like to me, that's not a bonus. That's like a detriment. The fact that they have people meeting up occasionally, that's not for me. I prefer to never speak to my coworkers in a physical location ever. I feel like maybe that's like most people do not think that way. But I do. I think that way. But I've never had to deal with it. Even in my previous job, I've talked about this before. A lot of people were remote, but then they would have like a meetup in New York. But this was during like when COVID was actually still like a big thing. And they're like, we're gonna meet up in New York. We know you're in New York. Do you wanna, I don't know, you wanna meet up with us? We had people flying in from like California. And I was just like, no, I don't really want to. And it was fine. They'd like be in their New York office doing like a conference, and I'm in New York, but I'm still remote. And then we just talked about stuff. And I think that's cool. I think it's cool when people do not care to socialize with their coworkers outside of work. I feel like more people should do that. That's just me though. I'm just talking. I'm just out here talking to myself on a lake. Saying words. Fishing. I got the fish. You think this is like the same fish as last time? No, it's a different fish. These are all different fish. Alright, I think the headset has started to heat up. As I was talking about earlier in the stream, it's summer, so now it's hot. The airflow is not so great, in streaming. Something you gotta live with, Out here living your life on a lake. I wonder if I turn this into night mode, if it would fool my brain into thinking that it's cooler. Right? Because sometimes when people see stuff in VR, it feels real, right? The fact that this is like, the sun is out in VR, right? You look at the sun, you're like, oh, it's so bright. Is there like a placebo effect? It like makes you think that it's actually humid in real life? We'll find out. In like half an hour or whatever, I'll put on the night mask. It'll be night mode, and then I'll be like, yo, it's just like real life. It suddenly became so much cooler. Holy frick, the bear is there. Guys, check it out. The bear is right there. Is right there, guys. Unfortunately, I'm fishing, so I can't really zoom in on the bear to show you guys, but it's there. Believe me, it's right there. It's literally right there, guys. Look at this. You zoom in, okay? And this fish is really fighting, huh? Well, we might miss the bear, guys. Okay, it's lying down. The bear's lying down, guys. We were talking about this. How does a bear cool down? It lies down sometimes. It pants like a dog. Okay, the bear's getting up. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna see the bear just as it leaves. Okay, there it is. It's about to turn around. It's gonna walk away. Slowly walking. It's out there walking away. Alright, well that's enough of that. That's enough of that. It was there. It's real. I saw it. Okay, so I failed to catch a fish, I think. Despite all that reeling in, I did not even see the fish. Didn't even manage to catch a fish. Just out here fishing. Just fishing my life away. Alright. It is like really hot though. I don't know what the temperature is. I can check my phone, but I have my VR headset on and I can't do... I got a Twitter notification for what? 54 minutes ago? Wait, that's when I went live. But I can't see what that notification is. Actually, no, I can check. Okay, sit down. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look at my Twitter. Nope. Okay, that's just someone just replied to my tweet. That's it. All right. Anyway, can you guys believe it's already Wednesday? This week went by so quickly. I mean, I'm saying that as if it's over. It's not over, but it's like halfway over. The fact that we had July 4th, Tuesday, we had like July 3rd, Monday. We're already halfway done, and like nothing happened this week. The Anime Expo's over. I don't even know what else is even happening. Nothing. Nothing's out here happening. Okay, I'm gonna catch this fish. I'm gonna catch this fish and then I'm gonna hydrate after this. Cause in the summer, you gotta hydrate. You got what the frick? Okay, well I didn't account for the fact that I was not able to catch a fish. Didn't consider that this would be a failure to catch. Would fail to catch a fish. Okay, well now I'm gonna hydrate though. I'm gonna pause and hydrate because it is 6 p.m. This is the typical hydration time. Alright, I've hydrated. I'm surprised there were no bonks. What's happening? Wouldn't it be funny if Twitch chat was dead? Welcome back. Wait, welcome back for what? Oh, from drinking water. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if Twitch chat was dead? AWS issues. Anyway, what else? Anything else going on recently? Nothing. Not really anything. Besides it being really hot. Let me check my notes. Any notes that I have? Nothing. Job searching, just waiting. Oh yeah, yesterday I spent a lot of time. You guys know how I've talked about how on my website, on my WordPress, Wolfie GIF, no, WordPress.com, there was this issue some time ago where like all of the animations would start flickering a ton. Yesterday I finally went around and I fixed all of them. Wait, what the? It's still happening? Oh shoot. Okay, I fixed most of them. I guess I missed like 3 of them. But basically, they were all like doing stuff like this, right? Because like I think WordPress did some sort of image compression thing, and the way my GIFs were rendered, I guess caused them to not work so well. But I went through all of them, and then I don't know how to describe it. I reprocessed the animation so they no longer flickered. Okay, so I still have more to do. I'm gonna put that in my to-dos. Check my notes. To do. Fix remaining WordPress GIFs. Got these 3. These 3 that I somehow missed. But it took a long time. It took like an hour and a half. I was just like in my terminal going through all of my old animations, like running commands. There's one called like, I forget what the command is. Gotta like go to the folder, run a command, go back to the dashboard, update them. It's too much. It took a long time. It's all because like WordPress is doing its own weird stuff. Also, welcome Newtonia. You made those emotes? These aren't emotes, they're just animated animations. But yes, I did make these. These were all me. These were all me out here. Are you surprised though? Because like who else could have made these? Who else even could make stuff like this? No one. I'm the only one. Did I get hired by Hololive? I have gotten paid by Hololive, yes. But no, I didn't get hired by them. Hired implies... I don't know what it implies. It implies continued employment. Maybe not, I guess it doesn't. You could be hired for like a contract. You could be hired for a freelance thing. Your friend uses your emote all the time. Is there one specifically though? Cause like I don't make these specifically for them to be emotes. Sometimes people, they'll like upload them to places and it's like it's really small. And it's like these were meant to be seen at this small size. Right, like Discord reactions. They show up really small. And it's like often hard to tell what it actually is. Hired implies the opposite of lowered. That is true. How does it feel to know that your work is being used by hundreds of thousands of people? What do you mean by used? Used in what way? He uses the Amelia Watson. Is there like one specific one though? Because like I feel like a lot of the ones that I make aren't really applicable in many situations. Like they're very specific to the streams that it was based on. There are a few though, like the dancing ones. Those could be used in a lot of situations as emotes. I've gotten used to it. Nothing surprises me anymore. I guess it's cool. I guess it's cool. I don't think too much about it anymore. Yo, look at this fish. So humble. I mean, like, what? Like, it's been, like, long enough, right? Maybe at the start of it, I would have been like, yo, that's so cool. People are using these emotes. But now it's like, you know, it's kind of expected, right? Is that even humble? I expect people to use them. That's not humble. That's the opposite of humble. Like, these are so good. If you guys are not using it, what are you even doing? Huh? No, I'm used to it. Amelia as a bee. Oh, I have two of those. There's one where she's just flying around. There's one where she's like eating popcorn. I guess the popcorn one is usable in a lot of situations. It's not humble. Exactly, right? It's like, I'm used to it. It's so, my animations are so good, obviously people would use them. You would be a fool not to use them. Haha. The popcorn, yeah, the popcorn one is usable. It's usable in many situations. We're just out here fishing. You guys ever think it's weird that I've never made like a fishing animation? I don't think I have any. No, yeah, I don't think I've ever made a fishing animation. I guess because, like, I don't know. I don't even know. Sometimes I feel like animating something and then I don't have any ideas. And then I just don't animate. Motivation is hard to come by sometimes. You have to be specifically motivated. I work in software? I don't work at all right now. But yes, I used to. 2 months ago. Motivate, yeah, motivate. Is that a reference to that game? That game in which the guy is motivated? Devil May Cry? The game where the devil cries. Did the devil ever show up in Devil May Cry? And if so, did the devil ever cry? Is a devil crying? Yeah, I'm a streamer. That's my job now. That's my full-time job. Streaming 2.5 to 3 hours per day. Getting paid below minimum wage by Twitch. So we have my brother, who is also a programmer, also fishes in a game for hours. I'm sure there's a lot of programmers that do stuff like this as well. Maybe not necessarily in VR, but like, you know, fishing games are pretty popular. He may cry. Yeah. What if he makes rye? You know, rye, the type of bread, rye bread? What if devil make rye, huh? Has he ever even made rye? You think he's good at making rye? Let's see, I told her I went to the bank. I didn't tell her which one. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It's a fishing. I see. The fishing. I see. Anyways. The riverbank. It's a classic fishing hat text. You have text that's on a fishing hat. That's one of them. One of the many popular fishing hat texts. Look at how big this fish is. You can also clip the fish. Oh, frick. I didn't mean to. It happened again, guys. What the heck? You can just clip the fish into the thing. And then note that this thing is closed, but the fish has not been sold. The heck? Got fish to catch? What? Is that no name paladin? The nay emote? I still don't know what emotion that's supposed to represent. Is that like a what situations would you use that emote? Like when you're telling a joke? When you're celebrating? What emotion is the Nene? Dance. Is it like distinct from other dances though? Would you use that in the same situation that you would use any dance emote? Because different dances, they portray different emotions. You know? I know. I'm over-analyzing this. Because that's what streamers do. They talk about a thing, and then they ask rhetorical questions that have no relevance to anything. The answers which have no benefit to society, we're just out here saying things for the sake of saying things. Yeah, Wolf's dance versus Karagi dance. Is that a bug dance? Is that a cloth bug dance? What the? Haven't seen that one. Who made that? Did Cloth Bug make that? Did Karagi make that? Cloth Bee Rainbow. Spurbus made that. That's a nice emote. That's a cool emote. I like that one. Had to check if I'm banned from Karagi, and I'm not. How many chats are you banned in? Are you banned in at least 10 chats? Are you still banned from your Oshi's chat? Whoever that is. So many. This guy's out here just getting banned. What if like someone who banned you, like, if they come into my stream and they're like, wait a second, this guy's not banned in your chat? I can't believe you would not ban this guy. We banned this guy like a year ago. You don't have an Oshi? No, you've talked about this. Talked about this in the past. Well, maybe you don't have one anymore. But maybe at some point in the past, you did. And then you got banned. And then they were just like, I can't believe this guy would show up in my chat saying these things. I don't even know what you got banned for. The Hulk. Just saying the Hulk in every chat. You only hate watch. What the? This guy hates watches. This guy hates watches. What about all these, huh? I got like 7... We got like 8 watches here. You hate all these watches, huh? This watch. The fact that these watches are floating. That's wacky. That's so wacky. Actually, can these stack like infinitely? I could just like... Oh, I guess you can't. Okay, never mind. Wait, if I take this bottom watch... Is it even possible to... Okay, no, never mind. Okay, it doesn't work. I don't know why. It seems like some watches are stuck. Watch these. Got them. Got them. Hate all of them. This fish also just gave up. You guys seeing this? Is this the same fish as before? I didn't even have to reel in. The fish just like... It just bit, and then suddenly it just gave up. Also, welcome Trantez. No, this is a different fish. Fish, I'm gonna release you. You gotta try harder next time, okay? You don't give up that easily, okay? Don't you dare. Don't let me catch you giving up like that. Not even worth my time. Although I still get paid for it. I still get paid money for releasing the fish somehow. Just an Akiaji Margot Prey emote? It is indeed. I knew it. Out here, identifying emotes on the lake. A classic pastime on a Wolfie stream. People sending emotes. I go, is that a name of streamer emote? And then I'm like, yeah, it totally is. I don't know whose emote that is, though. What is that? Who is that? Is that a bear? Alumil Prey? I don't know who that is. Who's this one? I don't know this one. It's a cat? Ashton? Oh, that's Ashton Martin. Probably. It's a cat? What did I say it was? A bear? It does look like a cat. I don't know why I said it's a bear. I think I was just influenced by the bears that I see in this game. That's a cat. That's a cat if I've ever seen one. You guys ever seen a cat? I have. I've seen several cats. I've seen so many cats. Also, it's like it's summer and there's like a lot of ants outside. And there's also ants in my house. And I feel like every time there's ants, you use the ant bait, you know, the liquid ant bait. They bring it back to the nest or whatever, the home. And then they eventually die off. But I feel like it hasn't been working as well recently. Right? I've been putting out the ant bait. They're still here. It's been a while. Cats are mythological creatures, that is true. Could have cats that'll eat the ants, but there's so many of them though. There's so many ants. If you're hot, they're hot, let them in. The ants? You let the ants in your house. It rained a lot yesterday though. And I assume that with all the rain, that the ants from outside would have been like washed away. And then I checked this morning and they're still here. They're still in the house. Multiple ants, multiple cats. How many ants do you think a cat could eat? Thousands? Millions? Do cats eat ants though? Like if they see like a trail of ants, do they eat them? Do they just leave them alone? Do they start like swatting at them and then just like realizing that they're all over their fur and it's like gross? Because like they're not anteaters. Ants are anteaters. Accurate to the amount of rice a cat could eat. Cats eat rice. You think cats would eat sushi? Probably, I guess they would. Cats eat a lot of things. That is true. They do be out there just eating things though. Things that are not safe sometimes. Also, welcome, Potato. As long as it moves, they'll try to eat. What about a snail? You think they'll eat a snail? Let's see, for some reason my cat rolls around in ants. But I don't know. How does it get them off though? How does it remove the ants? Do you have to like wash your cat? Because like cats, they often groom themselves, right? They just lick their fur. But like if they're covered in ants, like how do they stop being covered with ants? And the cat ate sweet corn. Corn is pretty good. I like corn. 100% they'll eat a snail live with the shell. They have little issues with bugs. I've seen some videos of like someone has like a fly in the room and then they just hold up their cat and the cat will start like swatting at the fly. seems pretty effective, guys. Just have a bunch of cats and you won't have bugs. They'll just attack all the bugs. Welcome, Admiral Kobayashi. So thankfully it's only ever been a handful of ants he's seen in the house. Not enough for him to really get covered in them. The thing is, like, when I see like a few ants in the house, you can always count on there being like a ton of them, right? Like, if you see just one ant, you don't go like, oh yeah, obviously there's just one ant. I see one ant and I'm like, there's gotta be at least like 100 around here somewhere. And it's usually true. If I like try to squish the one ant, a few seconds later I'll be like, holy frick, there's like a lot of them here. I guess it varies based on the situation. I have tons of issues with cat poop. Aren't cats like pretty good at using the litter box though? Like compared to dogs, right? Like I don't have a dog or a cat. Isn't it like when cats are pretty good at using the litter box, cleaning up after themselves? I think I saw like someone like trained their dog to use the toilet, like the human toilet, and I'm just like, I guess that's cool, but also that must be so unnatural for the dog. Anyway, whose emotes are those? Is that that emote that you have there? Is that the guy who, the Omocha or whatever, the artist of Clavio? It is. Yo, okay, I remember the name wrong. Omochi. Okay, I said Omocha. It's a different name, but I know. I recognize emotes. Let's see, that's the problem. In a mostly concrete place, some cats will poop in a secluded area, makes it hard to clean. I see. It's the thing you gotta deal with. Actually, wait, you don't even need to be holding the the fishing rod with this. You can still reel this in while it's on this thing. Well, I learned something. I failed to catch the fish because I was too busy not catching it. Yo, physics. It obeys the laws of physics. I mean, like, it's also like kind of inconvenient to reel in this way. There's a reason why people don't do that. Actually, no, I'm sure people do that in real life. People are probably out there in real life just, you know, putting the fishing pole on a fixed position and just reeling in that way. But in this game, probably not the best idea. You could try it though, you could try it. You have to be like hunched over. Or if you're sitting, you know, you don't have as much leverage. Physics. That's, I don't know, that's a bit of a stretch. I feel like that's not the same. Also, PhysX is like actually like isn't that like a physics engine for video games? That is already a thing. That is a real thing. Physical education. The laws of physics. Bit of a stretch. It's literally a letter. No, like when you say physics, it's phys-ix, which is like different from X. It's phys-x. Now, if you're talking about the physics engine, which actually is known as PhysX, then yes, that is valid. I would say that is valid. Can't believe the streamers out here criticizing attempts at humor. Streamer thinks he's better than the chatters, huh? He knows that he knows what makes a good joke? No. Not at all. I've never even told a joke, guys. I don't know jokes. What's everyone's favorite joke? You guys have a favorite joke? There's no jokes are even funny. No such thing as a funny joke. Only bad jokes. Jokes and spaghetti. Man, it is so hot, guys. It's so hot being out here on the lake. Every Wednesday. It's like a job. It's like a real job. Hamflow's go-to joke is "What's brown and sticky? A stick." That is true. It is quite stick-alike. I've heard that one before. Have you ever told that joke on stream though? I guess there wouldn't really be much of a opportunity to tell such a joke. I don't know if I have a favorite joke. I'm sure there's been jokes that I've heard before, and I've been like, that is so funny. This is the funniest joke I've ever heard, but I don't remember. I don't remember at all. Oh, what the? The clock. The watch. I was holding onto the watch. Okay, I'm sitting down. Normally I'd be standing for this, but I don't feel like standing up. I'm just gonna be sitting down. Yo, look at that. That's great. It's a great fish out here. You guys see that Instagram is coming out with its own Twitter-like app at some point? It's called like Threads or something like that. You can use your Instagram account. If the name Wolfie is not taken, I might try it. Sometimes, you know, whenever they announce a new social media platform, and it seems like people may actually use it, I'll try to sign up for an account just so that someone doesn't take the name Wolfie. But I think with this one, I think it uses the same account as your Instagram account. And I definitely don't have the name Wolfie on Instagram. What are people using? I don't even know. Twitter? Are people still using Twitter? Threads. I don't know. Like, I guess people will probably use that one more because it's like a brand that they know about. Right, it's by Meta. Yeah, Threads. It's called Threads. That's such a generic name too. Threads. What the heck? I wish Blue Sky wasn't so uncertain. It looks kind of fun. I don't know. I just like invite only. It's like too hard to tell what's going on there. I've seen some Japanese users start using Miski. That's been around for a while. It's in the same style as Mastodon, except it's got more reactions. But I don't know. I'm gonna be checking Twitter until it dies. Miski's Federated Activity Pub, yeah. I know. I considered setting up an instance for that as well. But it is cool though. It is nice. It's nice. I don't know why specifically Miski though. Like, there's many others. It just happened to be what some person chose. Is there like some famous Twitter Japanese artist that was like, I'm moving to Miski, and then everyone's like, yo, I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, it is developed by a Japanese developer, Syulio, Syulio or whatever. It is there. Maybe that's why, I don't know. You could host your own instance. I don't know. It has an anime mascot. It sure does. Social media, you know, like I don't even use social media as much as I used to anymore. Back in the day, I used to be so active on Twitter. I'd be posting things every day, checking things multiple times a day, be like, I can't wait to post about this thing. And now I'm just like, I don't really care. Anti-social. Social media. I've been on Tumblr. Oh yeah, some people are going back to Tumblr. Not me though. Haven't been on Tumblr in a long time. Oh no! The watch fell off. Oh, some people have been talking about co-hosts again. This conversation keeps coming back up. It's always like, hey guys, Twitter's gonna die. Check me out on co-host. And then no one ever does. Your play area is too small, the item position has been reset. Yo, let's go! Look at this. Hold on, if I can throw this over there. Hey, wait a second. What if I just like just throw all of these? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Now that's cool. Looks alright. You can boost other people's posts by paying money on co-host. It's hard to see when something was posted on Tumblr. The reblogs have a timestamp, also hard to see. Oh, Tumblr. I don't know. I used to use Tumblr quite a bit. This is a long time ago, though. I used to post like all my art on Tumblr. When I was doing like gesture drawings and figure drawings and stuff like that, learning how to draw, I would post all of those on Tumblr. Not anymore, though. It's so annoying when I don't see when something was posted. I guess I never really considered that. I never really thought about this. I guess you can just like check out. You have to like click on the post itself. You get directed to like the person's their own blog. There's like a plus and a minus. The fact that you can customize your Tumblr theme. Some people have like the most unreadable Tumblr themes out there. Like you click on one of their posts to see, you know, the original post on their blog, and it's like the text is tiny. It's impossible to read it. It's too much. You've given them too much freedom. Like I remember when Twitter used to allow you to have your own custom colors and your own background and all that. Clicked on the Miski mascot on GitHub, it sent me to an image gallery. That is unironically the link. I don't know what that says. Tiny text, autoplay music, yeah. Tumblr. What are people doing with their vlogs? They do it for the aesthetic. Just the anime aesthetic. Anyway, I might as well go into night mode. Ow. Oop. Very cool. Very cool, literally, as well. There's a lot of fan art for this mascot. That does tend to happen. If you have a mascot that's an anime character, people are gonna draw fan art on it. What if they debuted a VTuber? What if there was a Miss Key VTuber? I could see that being a thing. That could happen. Get people to sign up. I don't know. I think I'm like mostly done with social media. There's nothing really that I want to say on social media anymore. I think it might be because I started streaming, right? Since I talk about stuff on my stream, I have no reason to talk about it like in text form. I think everyone should just start streaming. You know, instead of reading someone's posts on a social media website, everyone should just stream, and then you should just watch someone else's stream. If you want to see what they're doing, just watch their stream. You don't have time to watch their stream? Well, okay, well, then too bad. Then too bad. It's my own personal blog, you know? You know, this should be the thing. Instead of people going on Twitter, or going on Threads, or Misskey, or Mastodon, everyone should just buy a VR headset. They should buy this fishing game specifically. They should stream themselves playing this game and just talking about things that are going on in their life. It's because I'm using Logseek. Well, like, Logseek isn't public, though. That's the thing. Social media is public. Just writing to myself. But also, I think it might also be because, like, too many people know who I am now. To the sense that, like, I don't even want people. Like, it's like people post on social media because they want people to read what they have to say. Yeah, and I think now I'm of the mindset that, like, I don't want people to read what I have to say because too many people are going to read it. And I think most people are not in that situation. Most people do not have a ton of people that read what they want to say. Did I say welcome, Cole? Welcome on social media. Not even media. That's just me, though. People are different. Every time a person follows me on social media, I get excited. Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to be like, yo, look, someone cares what I have to say or draw. That's cool. It is kind of cool, though. Still kind of cool. The very next thought is, how do I post without hurting their feelings? I never think that. My opinion is just like, if you're following me, then you know what you're getting yourself into, right? I'm not gonna post something and be like, well, I hope this person that just followed me doesn't unfollow. Because, like, if they don't like it, they can just leave. I don't consider these things. No, that's not true. I do consider, like, if I'm posting too much sometimes, I'm just like, maybe I should not post as much. Maybe I should post less things. And then I make a second account. And then that's why I have like 10 different accounts. So I guess that, no, you know what? I don't know. Social media. I just fear that I end up on the wrong side of a hex storm. There is drama sometimes, though. It's like, you know, you guys know this guy, he did this thing and he's awful. I can't believe you're following this guy. And I'm like, I don't even know him. I don't even know this guy. I mean, it has never happened to me that someone will point out someone that I'm following that did something, but like I've seen it happen. Like I don't even read their posts. I don't even read things on Twitter anymore. I have a lot of thoughts, many of those I'm a bit hesitant to post. And just stream. Just talk about them on stream. Use social media to look at art. Art is the most social of the medias. That is also true. You could do that on Pixiv, right? You don't need to use Twitter for that. See, if people are into the same streamers I am, they will hear more about my life than even my IRL friends. People that watch my streams know more about my life than even like my friends, even my closest friends. Cause like, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of people that I know that I consider my friends, they don't even know that I lost my job because I've never tweeted about it. I've only ever talked about it on stream. And so, since they don't watch my streams, they don't know what's going on in my life. That's just how it is. If they wanted to know, they would just tune into my streams, okay? That's fine. Let's see, art is the most social of medias. A lot of Japanese artists avoid Pixiv. Is there a reason for that? Is there like, was there Pixiv drama? Did Pixiv do something weird? Did Pixiv do, oh yeah, didn't Pixiv like allow AI art or whatever? They have like a separate category for that. I think I like Tumblr for art. Yeah, there's some good art on Tumblr. Some people, they post art. I used to post art on Tumblr. None of your IRL friends like to watch streams. I don't know. Streams, like watching streams is kind of an investment though. Like you gotta sit down, you gotta pay attention. You don't have to pay attention, but like, you know, it's more effort than watching just reading someone's tweets, because you can just scroll. If you're like telling someone to watch a stream, it's like they gotta be invested. Are they even your friends if they don't read through the transcript of your streams? So true, right? So true. I mean, but also, like, I don't really watch the streams of, like, some of my friends. Like, Temmie, she streams. I don't really watch her streams. I mean, she hasn't streamed recently, but, you know, when she does stream, I watch it occasionally, but I don't tune in that often. This part of it is also, it's also kind of weird, right? Like, I know this person, they're out here streaming, but they have like a ton of people watching, and like they have like their own community, they got their own stuff going on. Also, I don't think I said welcome, Bread Botnik. Welcome. Japanese artists seem to treat Pixiv the same way Western artists treat ArtStation over the AI situation. I didn't know that happened. There was some AI drama, it lost trust from something even before that. What the? I think Pixiv, I still like Pixiv. Maybe I'm biased because Pixiv paid me money, but like I think Pixiv respects its artists. If I compare like the amount of money that Pixiv pays for my art, it's like they pay me like they would any other artist. They don't consider like, oh, this guy's art style is so simple, we're gonna pay him less money. I think they understand that like art is different. Everyone has their own stuff. They pay their artists really well. Even if you're me, if you're someone like me, and your art style is like this simple, they still respect that. And I think that's cool. Let's see, 1 or 2 watch Northern Lion. Aspire to be good enough of a streamer that my IRLs would come watch regularly. I don't know. I would be surprised if any of the friends that I had or that I have on Twitter tune into my streams. You know, they have no reason to. They have other stuff going on. Why would they spend their time watching my streams? Huh? Not to imply that you guys have nothing going on, but like, I have nothing going on. I'm not doing anything. Let's see, also there are no 3D sculptors on Pixiv, they're pretty much only on Twitter. I guess that also kind of makes sense. Like, with 3D sculpting, it's hard to represent, you know, with just like a 2D image. On Twitter, you can post videos and stuff like that. You know, you could have like a 3D model rotated. And I think video is a better format for that kind of stuff. Every time I'm exposed to 3D art, I think I should do 3D art. It is pretty cool. It is like a lot more effort though, in my opinion. To spend time like rendering. You gotta like work out 3D stuff represented on a 2D screen. It's more complicated. If I stream regularly, I could probably lure one of them to come in from time to time. Yeah, I think consistency is good. It's good when people know what time to expect you to be live and all that. Also, welcome Onmu. Blender. There was a point in time when I used to know Blender. I did the donut tutorial. I modeled a 3D fish. A low poly 3D fish. And then I never used it. And then I forgot everything. The 3D donut. The classic Blender donut tutorial. Everyone knows. Apex. Ape Cross Legends. Well, yeah, I am surprised when someone that I know outside of streaming actually tunes into my streams. Because it's like, well, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Watching my stream? That's weird. Why would someone that I know watch my stream? I don't know how to donut. You can follow the tutorial, the donut blender tutorial. Imagine if someone was like, they wanted to like literally blend a donut. They're like, I just bought this blender. I would like to know how to blend this donut. And then they look up the Blender donut tutorial and they're like, what the? This isn't what I wanted. I wanted to actually blend a donut. And they can never find it because there's too many Blender donuts. Sang for 2 hours off stream. What was the situation? What was the occasion? You were just doing it? Just on your own? Never really sang before? People look like they're having fun. It is fun. Karaoke, it is pretty fun. I've never done karaoke on my own though. Some people, they'll go to like karaoke places, like karaoke booths in Japan. And they'll like rent out a room for themselves to sing. And I'm like, what the? Some people use it as like a recording studio even. But I wouldn't do that. Did it say welcome props not Jack? Welcome. Karaoke booths are super unavailable here. Do they even exist over there? Is that even a thing? Do they have like Japanese karaoke places in Germany? Because like they have them here. See, sometimes I wonder if the Blender Donut is a partial cause for people dropping 3D. Maybe, because like a lot of times in that tutorial, he just says to do stuff, but he doesn't explain what it's for. Right? He's just like, oh, you do this, you click this button, you change the subsurface, whatever. And me, like, I know what it means because I have some familiarity with like 3D graphics. Well, when he's just like, oh yeah, you gotta change this thing, and you just do it, you're like, I don't know why he's asking us to do this. Donut. Dusseldorf. Karaoke. Props Not Jack is installing packages. Who's up installing packages? Dokomi City. I see. It's pretty cool. I like having going to karaoke places. Donut tutorial assumes a bit and doesn't really use a standard workflow. Yeah, I don't know. He just does things. He just presses buttons. He's like, okay, we're gonna have this surface. To make it a circle, we're gonna like divide it, but like we're not gonna click on the apply button or whatever. And I'm like, I don't really know what you're doing. Thinking of throwing everything away and opening a karaoke place? What the? You're gonna be a small business owner? Are you gonna purchase karaoke machines? Do you have the money for that? You're gonna have to interact with customers though. You have to hire employees. That's so much effort. Imagine doing things that require effort. What the? Imagine spending time, money, and effort on things. That's wacky. I feel like part of my job search is a bit limited by the fact that I don't want to put too much effort into something. Like there are some companies that are doing like interesting stuff. But like sometimes it requires interacting with like open source communities. It's like, okay, you gotta have this product, you gotta like interact with end users, you gotta like triage GitHub issues, you gotta like, you know, see what problems users are facing, you gotta talk to people, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I'm not motivated to like interact with the actual users. That's not for me. And then I just don't apply to those places. I'm capable of interacting with people, surprisingly, but at the same time it's scary. That makes sense. I can interact with people on my stream, but it is different when it's face-to-face. But I'm gonna assume you mean in real life. You can interact with people face-to-face in real life. But also, like, if you run like a business where you have to interact with customers, you're always gonna have to like run into a situation where there's like a really rude customer, right? Someone who's like upset for some reason. Have to deal with like interpersonal conflicts with people you don't even know. That's too much effort. Let's see, what if you put a touchscreen at the front of the building they interact with instead of a person? Like some places in Japan. But what if someone just like messes up the touchscreen, right? You know, like in Japan, they have some hotels and stuff like that. There's like no staff member in the front. They just have like an iPad you can interact with. Also, welcome, Good Cat Gaming. Music licenses are scary. You can't expect to rely on weebs. Well, like Japanese karaoke machines, they tend to have a good selection of English songs as well. If you look at the different karaoke companies, there's like Joy Sound, got like Club Dam or whatever it's called. Those are things. I don't know what goes into those though. Licensing music. It's even different face-to-face, virtual face to virtual face. That is true. Yeah, VTubers. What if everyone was just a VTuber? Just interact with everyone virtually via VTube Studio. Man. I don't know. It's so hot. I'm gonna hydrate. It's like a bit early. It's 3 minutes early, but it's really hot, so I'm gonna drink even more water than usual. Alright. Man, I hate when I'm in VR and I can't drink all the water in my cup because of the way you tilt the cup. It hits the VR headset. It's inefficient. It's not even efficient. Yeah, really. Yeah, the VNet DLC, 50% off, by the way. You can go check it out on Steam. 50% off Steam sale. Right now, it's happening. A bottle with a sippy cap. I just have like a big cup, a mug, if you will. A very, very wide cup. Can't believe it's so hot. Can't wait for Wolfie to make use of VNet DLC. Yeah, this Saturday. This Saturday, Choco Jack's collab. Clubhouse Games 51. That's what I use for my VR excursions. A bottle with a sippy cap. I don't know. You have VR. I guess you... Wait, have you... Are you the one that talked about Pistol Whip? I feel like it's probably you. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. He does. I should play that again. I don't know, but it's also like it's summer, it's really hot. I feel like I don't really want to play a game that requires a lot of exercise, because then I'm just gonna be like sweating a lot. I guess that is the point of those exercise games. But like in the summer, it's really unpleasant. It's so unpleasant, guys. Oh, man, it's so hot. It's way too hot. Okay, maybe this weekend I'll set up my air conditioner. We can have some air-conditioned VR streams on Wednesdays. For some reason, like I remember so well last year when I was streaming. I remember I installed my air conditioner and then like I played HoloCure. I don't know why I remember that so well. I remember there was a stream where I was streaming and I was playing HoloCure and I had the AC on, and then I was like, oh, it's getting so hot. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. And then I watched the VOD and like you can't hear it at all, which is nice. Air conditioner ASMR for all the Europeans. Yeah, but the noise cancellation, like, you can't really hear it. The noise cancellation cancels out the AC. And you don't even know that it's on. Get to feel like insert action movie star. Yeah, Jonathan Wick. Jonathan Wick. What a guy. Noise cancellations? No, this is too much. That's too much. It's too much of a stretch. Noise cancellation. More like noise cancellation. Right, guys? Am I right, gamers? Wow, it is really hot. It is so hot, guys. I might even end the stream earlier. So being in VR in the heat, it's not so fun. Definitely gonna need some air conditioning next time. Riot gamers, what? Riot, isn't that the Valorant League of Legends? Guys. Oh, right, yeah, Riot, right. Righty-o then, gamers. The Haagen-Dazs is gonna melt. There's no Haagen-Dazs here. It's only in the chat icons. It's also like if you're playing VR in the summer and you're like sweating a lot, the headset gets really unpleasant. Like the sweat, it gets all like on the there's like this plastic thing. I don't know what it's called. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. The gasket, is it called a gasket? The kit for gas. Haagen-Dazs turning into Hagen and don't. Hagen-Dazs. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Got him. Okay. Well, I'll go for like a few more minutes, possibly. It's nice though. It does look nice, being on the lake at nighttime. They also have correction lenses inside my index. The rubber band also collects moisture. Oh yeah, I can imagine if you have if you wear glasses in this thing, it must like fog up so much, right? It must be really unpleasant. Like some people, like even like if you're wearing like a mask, it can fog up. I can imagine in VR it's so much worse. Must be so bad, guys. Don't even know. Ironically, a tight fit causes them not to fog up, but doesn't it get like really hot then? There's no fog. I guess like the moisture gets in. If it's really tight, then the moisture can't leave or whatever. It fogs with the lenses. I think they recommend a special VR fan. What the? Man. VR, you know, if they want VR to be the future, they gotta figure out stuff like this. Because people will want to play VR in the summer. Not everyone has air conditioning. Okay, I'm gonna sell all these fish. $53. Yeah, the VR butter is gonna melt. The heat sink. Just play at night. I am playing at night though. It's still hot at night. It's basically nighttime right now. (10 p.m.) But I feel like if you play VR like at night, especially if it's like an exercise game and you're like sweating, isn't that unpleasant though? I don't know. Well, I also used to play Pistol Whip like pretty late at night. Back when I used to actually play, I think I played at like 10 p.m. also. Also, when I used to do VR fishing off stream, I think I also played at like 10 p.m. or 10 p.m. Yo, it's Mooney. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 9 months. 9 months, that's a long time. Tape ice cubes to your eyes, but yeah, but then you can't see anything. You're not able to see anything. That's messed up. That's fricked up, guys. Anyway, I don't know. Ice cubes aren't clear. No, but then like, you guys ever get like water in your eyes? You guys ever put ice cubes on your eyes though? I've never done it. I can imagine it's not pleasant. That can't be good for your eyes, right? Like really cold ice on your eye. Ah, what the heck? That song ends with like some white noise. How about cucumber slices? It's not the same as ice though, right? You can't see through it. Cucumber slices don't melt. Not out here melting. I don't know. I don't even know. It's so hot, guys. It's so hot. What even is the temperature right now? I'm gonna check. I'm checking my phone as we speak. I forgot I can't check my phone because Face ID doesn't work. Because I have my VR headset on. I'm gonna check the browser on my computer. Okay, let's see. I hate that. I hate the fact that I have like an actual password that's kind of long, right? You know how like I think by default on iOS you have like a 4-digit passcode. That's the standard. But I have like an actual password that you type in, and it's kind of annoying to type it in every time. So I'm just gonna go check on my desktop. I still don't use biometrical identification. Yeah, but is your passcode secure? If you use Android, do you have like the little pattern that you do? Okay, weather. Look up the weather. 82 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 28 Celsius. Humidity 63%, guys. That's so much. It's too humid. 28 Celsius is chill. It's mostly the humidity that's a problem. Like I know people that live in California and it gets pretty hot over there, but it's also really dry, and it's not so bad when it's dry. Right, I know some people from California, they visit New York and they're like, it's so hot here. It's also really humid. There was a time when some of my Californian friends visited, and they started taking pictures of like, they were in the train station and I think like some of the paint was chipping, and they pointed it out. They were like, whoa, that paint is chipping. I've never seen that. It's so humid. It's like, is that not normal? Paint doesn't chip over there because it's not humid enough? They thought it was so interesting. I don't know, I'd never considered this. Yeah, what that like, right? It's weird to me. That's something they noticed though. Like that's a possibility. What do you mean? telling me paint doesn't chip, or you're saying like it's weird that they thought it was weird. I'm gonna look this up. Paint chipping humidity. Paint peeling humidity. Another common problem is weather-related humidity. If your building is located in a naturally humid region, the excess moisture can cause wall paint to peel and eventually fall off. Yeah, apparently that's not a thing over there in California. It's not humid enough that paint can just peel off. And so, like, I never thought about that until they visited. You're like, wow, the things that I take for granted. Duranus keeps things pretty well preserved, yeah. But then they got like forest fires. It's so dry that fires just start all the time. And got other stuff. The fires are still happening. What is the California? I keep saying the California fires. The Canada fires. What's this? What's the deal with that? Is that still happening? It's got to still be happening, right? Nope, it's still a thing. It's still happening. Static and forest fires and bigger considerations, yeah. Forest fires, they got earthquakes as well. It's not really a thing I have to consider over here. Earthquakes. We had an earthquake once. I feel like humidity is not as bad if you're not moving around. Right? You guys ever like go to bed and it's really, really hot and humid? And it's like, oh man, it sucks. But then as soon as you're laying down in bed and you're not moving around, it doesn't feel so bad. You just get used to it. Right? That's why I can just, sometimes, even though it's really hot, I can still wear long sleeves because like, if I'm just lying down in bed, I'm not moving around, it doesn't, I don't feel anything. Earthquakes are just Mother Earth rocking you to sleep. So true. They must be so sleepy over there in California though. 'Cause that happens all the time. Those earthquakes are just out there going on. Anyway. I don't know. Got nothing else. Got nothing else to talk about. I'm done. It's really hot. Still humid. I never swear. How about I swear? No. Why would I swear? Imagine swearing. Kinda cringe. Kinda cringe. It's not cringe. Topics to talk about, but they're not safe for stream. What? What are you even... What does that even mean? Apparently there's a way to quantify humidity and heat with the wet bulb temperature. What's that? What is that? When a light bulb is sweating? Bulbasaur? When the bulb is sore? When the bulb is out here? Bulbous. That's such a funny word. Bulbous. It's TikTok trends about what? About swearing? People out there on TikTok swearing. See, wrap a thermometer with a wet cloth. This reduces the temperature and is a way to mimic human sweating. If the number's too high, humans can't cool off properly. What the? Okay, I'll look this up. A wet bulb temperature? Oh, that is the thing. The lowest temperature that can be reached under current ambient conditions by the evaporation of water only. Heat-adapted people cannot carry out normal outdoor activities past a wet bulb temperature of 32 Celsius. Equivalent to a heat index of 55? What the? So bright. Where's night mode? Where's Wikipedia night mode? Where are you at? It's too bright. It's too much. The sling psychrometer. The sock is wet with a distilled water and whirled around for a minute. What the? Use a night reader extension. I think on Wikipedia. I think if you have an account, you can. There's night mode, right? I don't know. Well, I think I will end the stream early actually, because it's unpleasant. It's really hot. So we're gonna find out what day today is. It's 30 minutes earlier than usual end of stream. Let's see what's going on today. National Bikini Day. What the? It's a lot of flag days as well. Mechanical Pencil Day, Apple Turnover Day, Graham Crackers Day, Pet Remembrance Day, Workaholics Day, Work Without Your Hands Day, a bunch of people's birthdays. Okay, which one of these is good? Mechanical Pencil Day? What about that one? We could do that one. Let's see who's on when. Choco Jacks is streaming Inscription. That's pretty cool. People are streaming. There's many people streaming. Several people out there streaming things. Yeah, early raid because it's hot. And I do not have air conditioning installed yet. Okay, I don't know. Who do I want to raid? Who out here? Looking at my list. Mechanical Pencil. What's Clover now? Clover and Ari, what are they doing? Waiting screen? Come on, I'm not gonna raid into a loading screen. Okay, someone else. Someone else out here. Actually, okay, Pasta raided us yesterday, so let's raid Pasta. Past safes. This channel intended for mature audiences, by the way. I think this is Deus Ex, right? Is this the game known as Deus Ex? Maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow with Dark Souls 2. We're gonna fight Sir alone. And then Friday we got Miku Picross. Saturday we got the collab. Yo, the collab with Choco Jacks. You make sure you be there. Check out the collab. I'll be there. Choco Jacks will be there. The viewers will be watching. The first collab in like a long time. Maybe like a year. First collab of the year, 2023. Yeah, almost a year. Almost a year since the last collab. Anyway, I will stop talking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Have a good rest of your Wednesday or Thursday. Goodbye.